Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of Tizz Talk, brought to you by your host, Chuck Tizz. It is a special, and I can't even irradiate. I can't even say it any better. Sorry, I'm a little
irradiate.
Okay. We have a very special 2020 New Year's special that we're dropping for you guys today, and I have so many guests with me. I got Larry Sellers. I got
What up?
Woke to Be Broke. I got Ruben Cortate, aka Beans. And I got the lovely Allie G with us tonight. We got a lot of people in the room. So the first thing I like to do on this podcast, if anybody hasn't ever heard of it, this is the number one thing I like to do. And for several reasons, because I think it's knowledgeable, and I think people need to know about this kind of stuff because it's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. So, guys, what do you think the current world population is right now?
Probably 7.1 billion.
Okay, Brett or Larry?
8.34.
Okay, Ruben.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tony on this one. I don't know.
Allison.
7.
8.2.
Okay, so current world population today at this date is 7.75 billion.
All right, kind of in the middle there.
Yeah, you're in the middle. Now, let me ask you another question. How many births happened today? How many people were born on the planet today? What do you think?
180,000.
Okay. Larry?
3,600.
Okay. Beans?
208,000.
And LAG?
Gonna guess around 80,000.
Okay, so birth today, 321,000 and counting strong.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so now, how many deaths do you think happened today?
Oh, well, I'll go with my original 180,000.
Okay, Larry?
155,000.
Okay.
I'm just curious
Vince?
to why you start your show off.
Vince,
Like this.
just answer the fucking question, goddammit. Just answer the fucking question. You don't need to fucking ask me questions. Answer the question.
I'm gonna skip.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna say around 200,000.
Okay, so deaths today, 135,000.
Not enough.
So, gentlemen, what is the net population growth today? I don't know if you can do the math.
A netty.
It's about 186,500 just today.
Okay.
That's how many people we are gaining a day.
Isn't
that a scary? It's kind of a scary statistic, don't you think?
It kind of makes sense why there's a shortage on White Claws.
Well, okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. And I'm glad we're doing this together because this makes it that much more fun. But let me ask you another question. Where do you think from the beginning of mankind, right? The beginning of mankind to about, the Industrial Revolution, let's just say late 1800s, 1900. Where was the total Earth population at? What do you think?
Half 1 billion.
Okay. What about you, Larry?
Just tell us, man. Just tell us.
Yeah.
I get.
Okay. So, okay. I'll say this. Around the year of like 1900, maybe just before, there's about 1 billion on the planet, and that is from the beginning of humankind until 1900. Okay.
Wow.
From 1900 in 120 years, we went from 1 billion to almost 8. Now that's some scary shit, right? I mean, would you agree that that's kind of a scary number? It's an exponential growth, right? So how do you fix that? I mean, you can't. So on another subject, and I'm
Do
not
what China does.
okay. You're right. Yeah, the one birth.
Put them to work.
All that shit. But I do want to say this, guys. How many more? Oh shit! It dropped a lot. How many more days till the end of oil do you think we have? Like all our oil reserves on the planet.
There's a lot.
How many years?
Well, here's the thing.
Till we run out.
At this current
It's all
usage,
speculation.
with no new technology, just current usage.
The way, excuse me, the way they're handling it now. Yes, excuse me. That was that's the White Claw coming.
I'd say 39 years.
But most
Man,
oil
you are
hasn't
still
even
on
been.
point, Tony. You're a smart man. It actually says 40 years.
40.
You know what? 5 days ago, it said 44 years, and now we're down to 40.
Well, at that rate, we've got 25 days left.
Well, at that rate, I know. So anybody listening to this podcast, I just want to say I didn't make these numbers up. These numbers are coming from a website called sorry, my computer's a little slow, so bear the fuck with me. International Energy Statistics, okay?
Okay.
All you got to do...
but that doesn't take into account the oil in the ocean that's going to be exponentially dug out in the next...
To the oil that the human race knows that exists.
Well, yeah, there's a lot in the deep ocean that they're going to get in the next 10 years with the new technology. That's going to be a boom.
Right. But what we know exists, the oil reserves that the humankind knows exist.
Okay. This just reminds me of the Hanukkah story that I learned.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
The Hanukkah? Wait, no, tell us the...
Anyways, that's something I like to do at the beginning of my segments, just to aware, the people of what's going on, and with population overgrowth, all sorts of stuff. But it doesn't matter.
It's like
like
popcorn. Once it starts popping, it's exponential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pop. Right. Like no pops, but then once you hear that pop, it's like pop, 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 pop.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to jump into segment number 1 of Tizz Talk episode 2. Okay, that's also brought to you by Chuck Tizz Media, and we're going to talk about the NFL playoff predictions. And I think I'm gonna let my boy Tony T and Beans take over on this one after what happened yesterday.
Man, Tony, I mean, what's your thoughts on the Texans and Bills, man?
Well, I mean, I'd like to say the Texans are a sure thing, but the Bills are a tough team, gritty. The Bills have been a thorn in the side of Houston sports since the Oilers.
Yes,
they have. Hell yeah, they have.
The biggest comeback in playoff history was the Bills versus the Oilers.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's my thought is as a Texans fan, you've got to have mixed emotions, because if the Texans beat the Bills, they're going to play the Ravens and get crushed, right?
Yep.
So, do we want Bill O'Brien around much longer? I think the answer is no.
Fuck no.
So it may be better long term for the Texans to lose versus the Bills.
No,
but wouldn't it be?
No, I disagree with that, Tony.
You like Bill O'Brien?
Look, you're not going to get rid of him.
I like Bill O'Brien, but I don't want to see our Texans lose to the Bills at all.
Well, I agree.
Look, the last time the Bills played recently was in 2018. The Bills beat the Texans won 20-14.
Okay.
I actually had the Bills quarterback as my fantasy quarterback, and he killed it. But still,
off the topic of
as
fantasy,
a true Texan fan, I don't know. I want to see the
Texans will cover
and see how far they can make it. I don't know.
It's the same thing. They're going to blow them out and then get blown out in the second round.
Because it's exactly right. We either win and we go and we play against the
Ravens,
Chiefs or the Ravens.
The Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs. We are playing the Chiefs. If we beat the Bills, we play the Chiefs. No matter what, it's already set.
If Fuller is healthy, I think we could definitely beat the Bills.
Well, introduce yourself while you're at it.
This is Ali G in the house.
Okay.
Yo.
What's up, Ali G?
What up?
What up? So anyways, we did look, Joni, I gotta say, I disagree with the statement. I do not want the Texans to lose for that reason. I want us to perspire. I think we have a good chance to beat him.
I think they're going to perspire. It's a hot game.
No.
It's a tough game. Persevere.
Sorry. That's the I think the Ganj got
So
it.
will they cover the 3 points? I say yes. They're going to cover easily, and I'm not confident in the Texans, but they're going to cover this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll tend to agree. I'm not going to claim that the Bills are going to beat the Texans. The Texans should win.
It's going to be crazy in the stadium.
Right. The problem with the Texans is always been their secondary. They've got a terrible secondary. They always have had a terrible secondary. And if we get behind early, it's going to be a dangerous game for us.
Oh. Yeah, and we got Jonathan Joseph, who's questionable to even play. Speaking about,
they said he was out.
Well, that's the NFL. They always lie until the day of, but
exactly, yeah.
Well, man, shit. Fuck him anyway.
Well,
so I think we've all got the Texans.
What about Saints and 49ers? Where are you at on that one, man?
I mean, I've got 49ers simply because the Saints have never been a good road team.
You're right. Definitely.
And I think the 49ers look stout. Now, they don't have the experience, but defense still wins, and I think they've got the best defense in the NFL this year, undoubtedly.
I mean, according to CBS News, the Saints have a 15.4% chance of winning.
I'd give them a 25-30% chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Breezy.
They're giving the 49ers, actually, speaking of 49ers, they're giving them a 49.3% chance of making a Super Bowl.
People forget about the Saints, though, in the hunger factor. They got screwed by the referees last year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they're right back.
Come back with vengeance.
And Breeze was out for weeks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. They actually, he missed an enormous, like Drew Brees. They still won without him. Yeah. 5 games they won without Drew Brees.
Yeah, so I think you got to pick the 49ers, but I think everyone hopes that the Saints can somehow pull it off. Saints are kind of, to me, they're like the underrated America's team. Nobody likes the Cowboys, but everybody likes the Saints.
I know, right? Yeah. I have to agree with you on that one, man.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas had a record-setting season. He killed it as wide receiver, and that was without Drew Brees as well.
Mm-hmm. I would even argue that the Cowboys are Mexico's team.
Please elaborate, dude.
So anytime you see a Mexican in a starter jacket,
go for it.
Anytime you see a Mexican guy in a starter jacket, it's Cowboys, baby.
Gotta be a cowboy, baby.
So
I mean, that one right in the coffin, dude.
I went to UTSA, and there's a lot of fucking Cowboys fans in San Antonio for some random ass reason.
They love the Cowboys.
Oh man! So I mean, shit. So who do you think's gonna be in the Super Bowl then? Fuck it. Let's just jump straight to that.
Well, obvious choices: Ravens, 49ers. I mean, it's
damn. That's what I've been saying for at least.
Now, granted, the Chiefs. Maybe this is Andy Reid's year, but he's always been a loser at the end of the season. So, I think Ravens 49ers is the safe pick. I think Chiefs could snake their way in.
What about Ravens and Saints? You don't think the Saints could make their way in there?
I don't see it. I'd love to see it, but I just don't, man. There's too much defense this year.
Against 49ers, that's a tough one, dude.
Yeah. That's
a tough one. I agree with you, but you know what? Like I say, it's any given Sunday. You have no idea what the hell is going to happen. Look what happened, man. Miami beat New England.
Yes, but here's the deal: is the best chance basically, if the Ravens make the Super Bowl versus anybody but the 49ers, the Ravens will definitely win the Super Bowl. Now, I don't know if the Ravens 49ers will be a good game.
I agree with that one. I
think
the Saints give them besides the 49ers, I think the Saints give them the next best shot.
Dude, here's my favorite thing about the Saints, bro. Like, Lamar Jackson was picked when there was only 3 fucking people left to go in the draft. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the picture of him that was like all over like Twitter or whatever with him and his mom and like his head down. And like literally there was like 3 picks left. And it was like 6 minutes left for the Ravens to pick. And they like, Lamar Jackson was like with his head down, like all beat up. And they called his name, you know, like that just kind of comes to show, like, don't ever fucking quit. Like, just keep going, stay in it, you know, no matter fucking what. Like, that tells a lot about him. And then he came out and basically said, screw all these other dudes that fucking got drafted before me. Like, I'm going to come out, I'm going to shine. Like, I'm going to shine on all these dudes. And honestly, nobody expected that shit. That's what I find, like, you know, I can't hate on the guy. Like, I don't know.
He's kind of got the same allure as Mahomes had last year.
Yeah.
Except even better, I would say.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I nobody expected that. I thought that was fucking awesome. Like, I gotta give, dude. And besides, like, the chance of the Ravens, looking at stats here, like, the Ravens have a 53% chance of making it to the Super Bowl, and I think that's fairly because of Lamar Jackson. Like, dude, he very much carried that team like no other.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. I think
Mark Ingram was like, you know, injured most of the season, and like barely came through. But when he played, he did come through. But he was Ingram. He had a strained calf most of the season, I believe.
Yeah. Well, here's a good question. Is what team winning is the best for the NFL?
Oh.
I mean, we got State.
Are we talking money wise?
That's a good question.
State Farm has 2 horses in the race this year. They got Rodgers and Mahomes. State Farm.
Oh, you're right.
But the NFL we're talking about, what's the best for the NFL?
Oh man,
that's a hard one to pick, man. Honestly.
I would say the Ravens.
I'd say the 49ers.
I was going to say the 49ers.
Just population, money.
More fans? Like a more fan base?
It's just that type of team, dude. They're like up in the, it's that like San Francisco, Silicon Valley, like just, bam, bam, bam.
They have a bigger fan base, so they'll sell more product.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's just, it would look best for the NFL from a money standpoint, I think, in my opinion. They got that new Levi Stadium.
Everybody's going to want a 49ers championship shirt.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like the Warriors.
Yep.
You know, NorCal, people didn't even like them, then they're good, and then people jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
I think the 49ers taking it back to the West Coast, you know.
Yeah, I think I think you're accurate, Mike. I think you're accurate.
And then one thing about we're not talking about is the Patriots.
Yeah, the damn Patriots, man.
But there's something interesting I heard about the Patriots the other day. And they have never made the Super Bowl when they didn't have a first-round bye.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense there to me.
05, 06, and 09. They had a first. They played the wild card game. Didn't even make the Super Bowl all 3 years.
Dude, you're right. Actually, I was looking that same thing. I was looking at the chance of them making the Super Bowl is 8.3%.
So, it's refreshing.
It is.
They had a hard finish of the season there.
No doubt.
That's Tom Brady, but shit, still.
His time's over.
Not yet.
Yeah.
He's pretty much due to retire, in my opinion. I think he still might have a year left in him, maybe.
No one even picked him up on our fantasy team on the first draft.
Oh, wow.
The spice du jour?
The spice majeure.
Yeah.
Well, basically, if you believe in advertising, buy some State Farm stock.
I mean, dude, they
Of
are.
course.
Think about how many commercials they're gonna have during the Super Bowl. Like, they're gonna come out on top if anybody.
No.
I'm waiting to see State Farm's Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our predictions. We got everything. Y'all ready to jump into segment number 2?
Brett, you got any predictions for?
We haven't heard from you for a while.
Oh yeah, no Saints, Ravens for sure.
Saints, Ravens.
Yeah, for sure. And or the Patriots would be the most money, or the 49ers or Green Bay. Those would be the 3 teams that make the NFL most money. And I got Saints, Ravens.
All right. I like it.
Real quick, do you think the Texans are gonna win at all?
He thinks they'll
Yeah,
beat
they're
the
gonna,
Bills.
they're gonna cover. They'll cover the spread, like they used to do against Cincinnati. Man, they have these mediocre coaches with some good players in the team, mediocre coach, and they smash in the first round and literally get laid out in the second.
So if we were to win and go on to Kansas City, we're done, right?
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna get embarrassed. That's the weird thing is the swings.
Yeah, no, dude, I agree. I don't, man, I don't really want to see
Bill O'Brien's just not. He's no killer instinct. He doesn't think quick. He's meant to be like a position coach. He doesn't look cool. Yeah, I mean, what do you want?
I like it.
Yeah, I'm not too confident against Houston going up against Kansas City, anyways. But yeah,
No way.
We beat them. We beat them. So
yeah, true.
Any given Sunday, whatever. So that is what it is.
And JJ Watt will give him another week to come back if we do.
That's true.
And that he could bring some intensity, and all it takes is one sack to change the momentum.
And Fuller will be back too.
I saw a stat that when JJ Watt plays, the opposing team's running stat is 80 yards less.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I saw that somewhere too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just his presence alone just makes the stuff.
Yeah. And the poor guy, he still can't just look at his cell phone in peace. His girlfriend's peeking over his shoulder, trying to see who's he texting.
Hey, I got to meet JJ when I was interning at the Houston Dynamo in Dash. He was at a game watching his girl play, and I ran into him like in the causeway as he was walking out of his suite. Pretty random story about JJ.
Yeah,
cool guy, very cool, very chill, whatever.
Well, while she was on the field, he could do whatever he wanted online.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
but Fuller being back, all the teams forget about. Like, they all target Hopkins and forget about Fuller. So that's kind of like our little.
No, they've been covering him pretty hard lately, though. Like they realize how much of a threat he's been.
You may have just unlocked the key to the Bills-Texans game. It may come down to Fuller.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yep. Whenever he comes back from an injury, he always goes.
He goes off. Yeah.
Wow.
But hey, at least the Texans didn't draft the Bears QB. What's that guy's name? So we got a good future. Just got to get rid of Bill O'Brien. Texans will be on top.
That front office bullshit.
But all right.
Well, that's a good cover on the NFL this week, man.
You're talking about Mitch Trubisky?
Yeah, Trubisky, man. That guy sucks, guys.
Nobody. I had to Google him just to put that out there.
He was drafted before all these ballers we're talking about right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like he came out and did nothing, but then here you are, like I was saying earlier about Lamar Jackson. Like he came out and was like, "Screw all these other dudes." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess Trubisky just sounded kind of like a Chicago kind of name. Pollock.
All right. Let's move on to segment 2.
Let's take this bag.
Let's make the bag. Let's move to the bag on another episode. Now that I think about it, because it's gonna take a long time.
Whoa!
Let's just go.
You don't forget the bag, man.
No. We're not gonna forget about it. We're gonna.
You put the bag first.
You gotta put the bag.
No. We're not gonna forget about it. We're gonna dedicate a whole episode to it.
I think we need to cover the bag right now.
Yeah, we're bagging. We're bagging, baby.
No, half an hour talking about.
It's already getting more heated just talking about the bag.
Yeah, the bag's
excited.
I know, but I feel like it feels like it deserves.
He's feeling
the bag doesn't really care how you feel. It really just
the bag goes.
Top 5.
We'll run through it. We'll run through it.
All right.
The bag could care less if you come for it or not. You're right.
How about this? All right, I'll do the honors of reading them off, and then you guys give your quick opinions.
Wait, reading what off?
The list.
What's the list?
It's right in front of me.
I know.
Ten Commandments.
Did you create the list, or is it from?
No, we created it.
You create. Okay.
Yeah, we created it. Me and Jared created
Chuck
it.
Tizz, the host, created it.
All right, so the 10 Commandments are chasing the bag. Number 1, the bag comes first. Who wants to speak on it?
Well, the bag comes first it's an obvious statement. I think that the only way to put the bag first all the time is to do something that you're passionate about and you can focus on.
I totally agree with that statement. That's for sure. Anybody else got to say so in it, or we'll leave Tony with the last words on that one? I agree. I agree with you. So I can't really.
Those are solid words.
I could go deeper on everything, but I don't want to make it like an hour segment. You know what I mean? So we're gonna kind of just boom, boom, boom. But yeah,
it's one of those like work to live, live to work kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
I mean, it's just like your number one focus should be the bag. Go get money. Go get your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it says.
What comes second besides going to get the bag?
Pleasure.
Number 2 is chase the bag efficiently.
Mm.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Time.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Time is money.
The more money you get for your time, the more time you got.
Work. What is it? Work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know that one. I've heard that one a million times. It's true though. Work smart, not hard. I agree with it. And efficiently, just don't waste your time. Pick and choose the right things. Something comes your way, or you've come across something know which are the ones are worth your time and not worth your time. Do as cliche as it sounds, the same motto you just said a second ago. Work smart.
Well, it's like the work mindset is I'm going to work more time to get more money. The efficient mindset is I'm going to get more money for my time.
Couldn't have said it stronger, Tom. Too woke to go broke.
That's how it is. Here in the film industry, it's you gotta really be confident in what you're putting out, and it could be anything, not just film, but you have to put your time has to be something that it's worthwhile, and you put it out there, and you have to be confident in your work in order to put it out there at a greater cost.
Yeah, I see that. If you're gonna do a segment on chasing the bag, you do that segment.
Yeah, you fucking do it.
Yeah, all right. Number three, make your money work for you.
Yeah, it kind of goes with the efficiency.
They kind of might overlap a little bit, but these are just the basics, the foundations.
Passive income.
Money don't sleep.
Yeah, money don't sleep. Yeah, exactly.
Never.
I think one thing that a lot of people overlook, especially with small businesses, is hire out the small work that doesn't pay.
Yep.
If you make $100 an hour when you're working, why are you going to do some $10 work for an hour when you could hire somebody for $10 to do that? If it doesn't require you, go make the 90 net, hire them for 10, do the $100 an hour work.
Yeah,
just got to make sure you don't pick them up at Home Depot or at a gas station.
I'm talking about work that doesn't require you. Just the basic, the bookkeep. The secretarial work.
Yeah, the transactional bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm on the same page as that, man. I think that's some good ones. Diversify your investments.
See, now this is one I don't believe
bonds.
That's number 4.
I don't believe in this one.
All right.
Well, Tony, I want to hear about that.
Well, I'd like to hear about it because I agree with it in a sense, but man, changed my mind.
So, diversify.
Tony, real quick, this guy has been playing with stocks for the longest time, so he knows what he's talking about.
Diversifying your investment. So, what can you be an expert in 12 different things? Probably not. You can be an expert in a few things. So if that's real estate, keep it in real estate. Now you can diversify in that arena, and even in stocks. If you want to invest in stocks, you don't invest in 100 stocks. That's stupid.
No. When I say diversify, it's like, okay, instead of putting my money in a savings account, I'm going to give it to a guy who's going to handle my money and kind of like put it in mutual funds and diversify it and get.
But see, I think that's the swimming with the school. Swimming, you're just going with the flow at that point.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, usually like somewhere between 5 to, in minimum 10% return usually. I mean, instead of whatever the fuck the savings account's going to get you.
I mean, first of all, savings account to me is not an investment.
No, I would never consider that an investment.
So, I
it's
mean,
almost a fucking scam.
I think, knowing a few stocks, timing it, it's all about the macro. You want to invest when everybody else is selling. But I really think you want to keep your investments to 2, maybe 3 arenas and don't look anywhere else. Just keep that vision and just go for it. But diversifying can become dangerous, I think, unless you like mediocrity.
Well, I think
it evens out.
I think my opinion of diversifying your investments is thinking differently than what you're thinking, as
like land and stocks.
Yeah, little land, little stock, little real estate. That's fine. I see what you're saying. You're talking about a percentage of your wealth should go into a few different things.
Though. I guess you could take that in 2 different ways, and I understand that. I think we're talking about 2 different types of diversifying, and I'm talking about, anyways, about.
I mean, Warren Buffett will tell you, do not diversify your stock portfolio. Become an expert in 3 or 4 stocks and be an expert in those things, but don't invest in 20 stocks, or you're going to get average returns because they're going to even out.
I agree in that, in just the sense of like that just comes a lot to handle and like to look at and like keep in touch with.
That's why you hire a guy to do it for you. That's what I've done and what I've done.
But even if you're not going to hire somebody, I mean, it's like a lot to like keep track of. Is how I'm
here's my thing about somebody investing for you. This is always my thought when it comes to somebody investing your money for you, a mutual, broker. Has your broker ever told you, this isn't a good time to invest?
Yeah. They want your money. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, I haven't even, the subject of me investing more anyway hasn't even come up. It doesn't even matter.
But that's my point.
It was rhetoric.
That most brokers are always going to tell you there's something good to invest in. Now, if the market's at a high, you probably should keep your money on the sideline until we have a correction or a downturn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that's where
No, and I'm on the same. I hear you loud and clear. We gotta move on to the next one real quick. Camera number. We're gonna do camera number 5. $1 million is poor.
$1 million is poor?
Yes.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
If that has to deal with chasing a bag.
Well, I think what the
yeah.
I think what
In
his
this
point
world,
is that if you
in
have
this
$1 million,
world,
you still got to chase the bag.
You have to invest.
no. But I mean, in this world, if you want to be like, not a big player, but I mean, $1 million
Freedom.
really isn't much these days.
You're talking about freedom,
But
financial
but I
freedom.
think it doesn't really apply to chasing the bag though. Like we're not arguing with you. It just doesn't.
Well, it could. You could say that if you have $1 million, you still
I
need to
guess
chase the
You have to
bag.
invest it. You have to invest it. Yeah, you have to.
You're pretty much saying don't use that as your goal.
Yeah.
Shoot
8%
high.
a year,
But shoot high.
$80,000.
It's basically saying shoot higher than $1 million because $1 million in the real life, you're still poor.
No,
Yeah.
but $1 million is good if you invest it at 18. Then it's worth probably like $6 million by the time you're 40.
I mean, when you're 18, hopefully there's a lot of 18
that?
listenings to this podcast.
So
Invest your money now, 18-year-olds.
Well, and the other way to look at that is, say you
6%
have
a
$1 million. You don't need to look at it like you're rich. You still need to chase the bag.
Do you
Yeah,
say,
that's
do you
another-
say
yeah.
you're a millionaire if you have $1 million? Like, are you a millionaire?
No.
You're a million.
When do you say you're a millionaire?
When you can invest the $1 million and not touch it at all, and then work to have money on top.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
It's like that would be good. Then $1 million would be worth a lot if you could just put it away and never touch it and be like still making your other job and saving, on top of that.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just curious to what number you guys think is cool to call yourself a millionaire at.
Not at $1 million.
You need
If you have
$10
$1
million.
to me, it
dollars.
depends on how that million is
$1 million.
calculated. If the $1
I don't
million
think
it counts your house and your net assets, then you can't count it. But
No.
if you've got even $3 million into these investments that are making you money regularly, then you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
It's all about a state of mind about how your money's working for you or not.
I mean, say
That's a
you
good
rent
point.
a $1,000 apartment and you've got $1 million, all of it invested, and it's bringing you pretty good returns regularly. You're building a business with that. You're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Now, if you're renting a $10,000 apartment and you got $1 million and you don't have money coming in, you're a broke ass.
But to get
you're a broke millionaire.
But to get to it basically is like the bottom line is like $1 million may seem like a lot of money, but in the real life, like we're $1 million ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just like the bottom line. Like, $1 million sounds like a lot, but in the real scheme of things, it's not.
Sure, I understand.
That was just the point of that. And so we got to move on to the next one real quick. 6, save.
Mm-hmm.
Save.
Easier said than done.
But save.
That's number 6.
That's a 6, 7, and 8. Save.
I mean, okay, just save. Like, don't be an idiot and spend all your fucking money. Which goes into number 8. It goes to number 7. Spend. Have fun, spend money, but don't spend more than you have. Don't go into debt.
Don't live above your means.
Yeah, don't live above your means.
Well, here's what most rich people will tell you is save, invest, and then spend what your investments return to you.
Yeah. So we did it a little bit out of order is what you're saying, because we covered on that. So I should have had that later.
I think it's just spend once.
Yeah, Tony, that's a great fucking way of putting it. No, you got really, honestly, that was very well said, for sure. That is how you should definitely spend your money.
Yeah, build cash flows, spend the cash flows. Your main income should remain your saved, what you save.
Yep. That's why I was coming back to like being a millionaire or not. It's like, okay, if I have millions in my savings, then I should be considered a millionaire, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, what percentage of people who are net millionaires actually have $1 million in cash? Very few of them.
Yeah.
Or liquid assets.
Yeah. Very few.
Stocks,
Very few.
gold, cash.
Whatever. Some of it's on paper. Whoop the fucking do. Right?
Yeah. Because that generally comes with a lot of debt.
Yeah, no, exactly. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one real quick. Number 8, commandment number 8: always have a side hustle.
Well, I mean, I would guess that. I mean, it depends how you did number 4, diversify. I mean, the diversity of your investments should be, I guess, your side hustle. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're making a ton of money in real estate,
it could be any angle though. It could be any angle.
No, you're right. I mean, playing stockbroker literally is a side hustle.
That is a side hustle. But I mean, just making sure whether you decide not to do the stocks, always have some type of side hustle.
Okay.
Whatever that may be.
But you got to choose your side hustle wisely.
Sorry. Let's just put it this way: a contingency plan, a plan B.
Okay.
Yeah, because this side hustle could waste a lot of your time and not.
Always have a plan B. Basically, what that means is always have a plan B. Don't just rely on your only the thing you got. Because what if that goes away?
Well, apparently there ain't much said about that one, so.
Okay, I guess nobody has any input on that one.
Well, that one's just, it's too vague. It's like a side hustle.
I mean, a side hustle, just a side hustle meaning a contingency plan. Just a backup plan. Like, if, one day, like, if you lost your job, like, what were you going to do? Like, do you have a plan if that happens? Like, I do.
Okay. What's your plan if you lose your main job?
I mean, I'm not going to elaborate into mine.
What about those 18-year-olds? What about those 18-year-olds listening?
No. I'm not going to elaborate into my personal business. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what I do.
I'm calling bullshit.
Well, here's my plan. I'll give you a... Here's one plan, okay?
Hey, let me just tell the whole world my plan of how I plan on taking it.
But that's what you did.
World domination.
You're gonna work at a restaurant for a while. That could be
you know what? Ruben's right on point. I'm gonna ride my bike and go do a fucking side hustle at a restaurant.
Okay.
I'm done doing what I really do.
Well, here's a good example.
No, you said if you lose your job, what would you do?
Lose job? It doesn't matter. All right.
He wouldn't lose a job. You know who you're talking to?
Y'all fuck that number up that real though. Man.
I mean, here's one. Is this a side hustle? I'm flipping houses.
Yeah, that's a side hustle.
If the market softens, I can then rent the houses.
Yes, that is definitely a side hustle.
A plan B.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's a contingency plan.
A contingency plan. I think you need to write, instead of side hustle, this commandment should be called Plan B.
Be multi-skilled.
Yes, it should. Yes, it should.
All right, Tony. Just for that, I'm changing it right now, and then I'm gonna put Planned Parenthood.
He's literally typing this into his fucking Apple Notes right
It's
now.
good. It's good.
Plan B. Fuck. What is it?
There you go. Planned Parenthood.
Hit shits the fan.
B. All right, we've already kind of covered a lot of this. 9, do your own research, do your own due diligence. Everybody don't just listen to one fucking news channel and all that bullshit, Yeah. Like, do your own shit, do your own research.
Hey, one thing though about 9 before we breeze right over it. Do your own research, but copying success is fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. And I don't disagree with that. It's just like, don't just like listen to what the news tells you, or listen to a bunch of shit. But like, really, if you're really, I know what the fuck he's saying.
Okay.
Right? I'm not an idiot. Anyway, the point is, to me, I just wanted to get it off. Is just like, don't just rely on one source, 2 sources. Just do your own research. Mm-hmm. If you're really interested in it. If not, then don't do your fucking research. And that's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. That was said by Chuck Tizz himself.
Yeah. Sorry. I just, if you're interested in it, like, you want to know, look it up. Or watch Fox News or CNBC or any of those channels.
Mm-hmm.
Follow Donald Trump on Twitter.
All right. Yeah, that whole impeachment shit is out of control. All right. So, basically,
number 10.
The last one is, persistence is key.
Is basically
I mean,
I
dude,
wish we had a camera
what
for
the
this
fuck?
recording.
Yeah, dude.
I
Are
wish
you
we had a
kidding me?
camera for this recording. I really do.
I mean,
Yeah,
literally, dude.
and-
How did you memorize like the order of all of them?
like,
First of all,
the funny thing,
you were able to bring back like commandment number 4 when we were speaking on commandment.
yeah,
like that's
he's
fucking
writing them down.
hilarious.
He's writing them down.
I know, but no, that's
No,
so
I
true.
texted it
Whatever, dude.
I texted it to Brett.
That is so.
God, the guy's trying to give him props, Taylor. Man, give the guy some fucking props. He did
I'm
good.
supposed to be a guest. Supposed to be a guest on this show, and
This is how you treat. This is how you treat me.
I'd be like,
Okay,
I mean, dude.
all right, it's okay. That was really good.
Definitely.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Tony T-E-E.
Larry,
'Cause you
Larry
You can
Sellers-
see when you enter the call how you have me saved in your phone, so you got to be careful who you invite on
Yeah,
here.
dude, I saw that and I had to call him out, dude. That was way
You
too
could have
funny.
someone like as Turd Lick or Ass Defiler, and then they would see it, and then the jig would be up.
No, yeah, it says Bret Hart, but then when I read,
Oh, that's right. It's personal. Whoa, whoa.
dude, that one fucking made. I had to say something.
T-E-E.
I like it. I like it.
So we got to come to our last segment because we are running out of time, guys. I'm not gonna lie, we are. The last segment is, and
But you gotta-
we're gonna talk about the epidemic of the. No, we have to jump.
Epidemic of either
Of the White Claw.
White Claw,
The White Claw.
or like a New Year's resolution, or just real quick.
How about that? I'll let y'all choose between those two
Well,
topics.
either we drink, we talk about these White Claws that are going
Well,
on.
we could do both,
I wanna
but
talk
what's
about-
a White
I wanna talk
Claw?
about these White Claws or some New Year's resolutions because I like to talk about this White Claw epidemic.
I generally don't do New Year's resolutions.
So I don't really either.
Yeah, that's a good one. You don't need it.
That's
Like every
So
day should be. You should never be like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and then after that I'm gonna stop. Like I'm gonna get smashed tonight, but come on the first, like I'm not gonna drink at all. Like that doesn't really work for people.
No. Today is yesterday's tomorrow.
Yeah, like if you're gonna commit to something, like why do you have to feel like you have a date to do it?
Some people do it.
I just feel like if
whatever.
you feel like you need,
I mean, I can understand it.
and you feel like something's wrong and you need to change, then you should be able to do that any day of the year, not just January 1st.
Mhm.
Speaking of this, that shit. Yeah. So the White Claw epidemic. What do y'all think about it?
Vaping and White Claws, or just White Claws?
Just the seltzer business in general.
So what did I see? I saw that White Claw is owned by, I believe, the same people that own Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, I heard
Yes.
about that too.
Yes, exactly.
So they've been trying for years.
I think Truly might be owned by Mike's Hard Lemonade, and White Claw is owned by. You might be
I think
right,
it's the
or I
Claw.
think it's reverse. But
I think it's the Claw.
the Claw is owned by that one. All right, I'm not. Yeah, Mike's owns one of them. I just don't know which one it is.
So basically, White Claws are drinks for kids and water sports.
You should come back to Houston.
What do you mean, water
Tell
sports?
Dude, they're everywhere.
Surely a
Dude,
man
they're
at a
out-
bar.
They are outselling Budweiser. Like I saw that in an article.
Even at a bar?
I forgot how much they were projected to make, but they were it was in the billions, and they're outselling Budweiser.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't believe it. Like I just got turned on to these like maybe about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, I guess. But yeah,
I've had a mango White Claw and I've had a lime White Claw.
the
and I've
lime
had-
was terrible.
The lime sucks.
I mean, here's my opinion on the whole thing. They all taste fucking the same.
No, the mango is so much
I mean, look,
better.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I get it. Yes, there is a flavor difference, but at the end of the day, I mean, like, you hand me one of them. I mean, I'll drink it. It tastes the same as anything else. Yeah, it's got a slightly like hint of some fruit flavor that doesn't bother me that much because it's so minuscule. It doesn't bother me.
So if I hand you a Miller Lite and a Guinness,
okay, you cannot. They're not that. One is not like thick.
It's just
foamy.
a flavor thing.
One is not a stout, and the other is a a fucking regular.
Okay,
beer.
a Bud Light with
That's
lime
a bad comparison.
versus a Bud Light.
A what?
A Bud Light lime versus a Bud Light.
Bud Light Lime.
I'd probably go with the Bud Light Lime because Bud Light sucks, dude.
But it's just the flavor.
Hey, look, Tony.
I'm just saying. Bud Light sucks anyway, in my opinion. Sorry, Bud Light fans out there, but I really just hate your beer.
Yeah, Bud Light sucks. They all suck.
There, look, so here it is. I mean, here's the headline. I should have dove into it a little bit more, but it's White Claw projected $1.5 billion in sale, bigger than Budweiser. Like, I couldn't believe it. You know, that's like Bud Light. I mean, what is it? Is that just Budweiser, or was that like Silver Eagle? Like all their stuff.
I mean, I don't know. We'd have to do like more research on that.
It probably means just Budweiser because InBev
sure.
owns Budweiser, and it would say that it's going to outsell InBev.
Yeah, it would be.
But I wonder if teen pregnancy will go up with White Claw.
I was just thinking that, I'm like, man, college girls are going to be way more drunk
hilarious.
now because I wouldn't play some drinking games just because I didn't like the taste of beer. But with Truly and White Claw, you're going to play beer pong, like play White Claw beer pong every day. Like,
Yeah.
you're bonging it, chugging it. So,
The White Claws come out.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got a good point there. Like, imagine these girls, like, dude, when we were in school and stuff, like, they weren't drinking beers. You know, like, with this White Claw stuff, it's 5%. They're going to drink this shit up. Like, imagine, like, that's going to, you know, that can go, you know, that can very sideways for a whole generation of kids, man.
So I'm down in the South where men are still more manly about their appearances. So you're telling me in Houston that men order a White Claw at the bar?
No. Yes. No.
Yeah, they do.
When I was in Dallas,
I've actually done it once.
Great.
Because I was.
Hey, well, his roommate's trying to get his head for tomorrow LSU's game.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
So, dude, they're blowing up.
Yeah. We're like getting
I can't hate
like the LSU fans are getting like a keg of it here.
What was your reasoning for ordering the White Claw at the bar?
Because it was my brother's wedding, and I was so hungover from drinking beer and like shots and all this stuff the day before, and I everybody was drinking like before the wedding, and, like I was so hungover I couldn't do it, and like the only thing that like I could actually stomach besides a beer was one of those White Claws. It's like drink club soda, dude. It doesn't even taste like there's alcohol in it. So it's like I just like drank 2 of those, and all of a sudden like I kind of got that, quote unquote hair of the dog. But like I was miserable the entire first part of the day. And then I drank 2 of those, and then it was wedding time. I had to make a speech. I felt fine, but like it was just really. I tried to drink a beer, man.
I have his speech on film if y'all want to see it too.
No. That speech is not being shown by anybody. Actually, I think I did a good job, actually. So I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
So guys can order White Claws from the bar, but they'll definitely be judged by everybody else.
I mean, not in Houston, dude. I've seen guys everywhere. Excuse me, guys everywhere order like White Claw. Everywhere you go, it's crazy. It's an epidemic.
Okay,
it's an epidemic. Well,
but before White Claw, weren't you drinking mimosas in the morning after drinking?
It's similar.
Yeah, so guys wouldn't want to drink that either. So it's like, just because you did it doesn't mean it's something that we should do.
Dude, no, real quick, dude, this is kind of funny. Like in Houston, like when you try and find White Claw, like in the Heights, Montrose area, you're bound to find it at every convenience store, every fucking gas station. However, on my side of town, like Bracewood, Hillcroft, dude, all that area, Maryland, like, dude, it's so hard to find White Claw or a Truly, dude. They just don't sell them. Dude, the place behind Walgreens, Tony, you know what I'm saying about this. You know,
Yeah.
they only have a variety pack of White Claw, but like other places in like Montrose and Heights or whatever, like they have variety pack and more.
Every flavor.
You know, like you can't find them on our side of town. It's crazy.
No, it's true though. It's true though, guys. We're actually we got to cut it off. The segment is about to end.
Train's coming.
Yeah. So everybody, listen. Thanks for listening on our first group. It's episode number 2. Of the Tizz Talk podcast, technically, but yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying your New Year's Day, and from Larry Sellers and Too Woke to Go Broke, Ali G, Beans, and Chuck Tizz. We're all gonna sign off and say Happy New Year to you all, and continue listening. And trust me, there's gonna be plenty more to come on Brett's, Larry's podcast, and everybody else.
I got it.
Yeah. Big ups. Sustainable Insanity, sponsored by Boeing.
Sponsored by B.O.ing.
Tell us the name of this podcast.
It's if you guys really, really are interested, just tell all your friends, give us the likes, give us the follows, give us the stars, give us some reviews on all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Tizz Talk, podcast. We're gonna do this a lot. And we got a lot more to come with everybody you heard on this show. We just want to wish everybody a happy new year. 2020 to 2029 is our decade. And we are going to take this shit over. And at the end of the day, all I got to say is don't do anything stupid. And everybody else can say their piece. I'm out. Happy fucking New Year.
Happy New Year. See you next year, 2020.
Happy New Year. Don't drink too many White Claws.
Take care, y'all.
Brett.
Good night, everybody. It's good night talking to you.
Peace.